to memorize the neuroglial cells of the central nervous system, we have the astrocytes, microglia, oligodendrocytes, and ependymal cells. We are going to look at this memory palace called a Mo room. Okay, and reason being is that the first letter of each of these words spelled A-M-O-E, a Mo, and there's some more emphasis on that soon. We are labeling this memory palace as a Comedy Central TV reality show room. Okay, Comedy Central emphasis because this is the central nervous system. Glial cells because we have a glee cast, okay, that is singing a lot, okay, while walking through this tunnel into the room. The glee cast is very small, they're very miniature sized because we have a glial cell called microglia. And microglia are known for phagocytizing waste, okay, and they are going to eat waste that are on the floor while singing very loudly. And while singing very loudly, we also have this Astro Boy here laying on this bed sleeping actually. Okay, he's sleeping in here, he's shuffling around and getting irritated by the glee cast singing very loudly. And he's very protective of this BB gun actually. And you know, astrocytes specifically are maintaining the blood-brain barrier. And so I'm going to call this the blood-brain barrier. Okay, but this is just called a BB gun. Okay, and so next part of the story involves Den Den. Den Den is a Dragon Ball Z character known for summoning Shenron and actually asking Shenron what he wishes for. So he's going to take this pink fluffy doll, throw it into the air, and ask Shenron if he can get a lot of Mo. Alright, he wants some more Mo's in his life. And so these are the Mo's that are surrounding the room. It's a little bit funny, but Mo is basically a character that seems to be vulnerable and innocent. Okay, and that's a Mo. Alright, and it's surrounding the room. And actually, the next part of the room is actually involving the pen. Okay, the pen that is on this table right here. Astro Boy is actually very irritated by all of this. Remember the singing, the Shenron that's actually floating in the air, and the fact that there's moles everywhere. He's getting very irritated, and he's taking this pen, he's piercing it into his head so that he can release cerebral spinal fluid out of his head. Okay, and the reason why I say this is because ependymal cells are known for creating cerebral spinal fluid. Okay, so ependymal cells are known for creating cerebral spinal fluid. And if I didn't say this before, oligodendrocytes is what defines Den Den. Okay, oligodendrocytes, right? And oligodendrocytes are the myelin sheath of the central nervous system. And so in the story, when I said that Omega Shenron, you know, is granting this wish to provide all the Mo, after the wish is granted, Omega Shenron is actually disintegrating, you know, and forming a protective sheath around the room, insulating the room, because that's what myelin sheath does in association to the oligodendrocytes. All right, so going over again, involving the glial cells of the central nervous system, we have Comedy Central. Okay, and we also have the fact that glial cells are from this glee cast, miniature size, so microglial, phagocytizing waste. Astro Boy here, maintaining, protecting the blood-brain barrier. Okay, and also Den Den, summoning Omega Shenron so that he can wish for lots of Mo's. Alright, and as Omega Shenron disintegrates, he's going to insulate this whole room, protecting this room, insulating this room from, movement of ions. Okay, and also the ependymal cells, because it's creating cerebral spinal fluid as a result of Astro Boy placing the pen into his head and releasing cerebral spinal fluid. So that's how you remember each of these neuroglial cells.